presented by California Pizza Kitchen. Visit them today at the Holiday Resort Hotel.
Hafa day, everybody. I'm Sabrina Matinani, and welcome to another episode of In the Mix. If you have seen any of our previous episodes, say for example, me going out trolling with Shut Up and Fish, or jet skiing for the first time with Joe's jet skis, then you know I look like a fool because I am so scared of the water, I don't know how to swim. But fear no more, because your girl took a class on learning how to swim.
100 kick, 100 choice.
Who better to ask to teach me to swim than Andy Lee?
I grew up swimming on Guam competitively since I was about 6 years old. Competed throughout high school. Then I joined the Marines. I did 6 years in the Marine Corps. Again, you know, spent some time in the water there as well. It was part of the job. And then eventually when our family moved back home, again, got back into the water, got into the swing of things, enjoyed the ocean, so I surf. I'm affiliated with the Guam Watermen's Club here, Guahan Naku, as a surf coach. Just really based my entire life and our family's life around the ocean, around the water. So yes, I also coach a swim team here, the Menhoben Swim Club, and a competitive swim team. Our daughter is in it. Hopefully in the next year or two, our youngest will be there as well. But also my job in the fire department with search and rescue. We are a Marine-based unit, so just my entire life has been around the water.
As for me, well, I like going to the beach and occasionally make a fool of myself trying to jet ski or go trolling. But I'm also proof that you're never too old to try or learn something new. So it's time to suck it up, dive in, and learn to swim.
For a beginner, what we would do is just get you acquainted with the water, right? So what we want to do is make sure you're comfortable, establish buoyancy, right? Being able to be a little buoyant, being comfortable, understanding when to breathe and when not to breathe, right? And then eventually, once we get that process going, we're gonna get you to be horizontal.
Got my goggles on and ready to hit the pool. After establishing buoyancy and being handed my best friend for the session, my yellow Pac-Man floaty thingy. Okay, it's called a kickboard. Let's start trying to swim. Head down and kick.
Should I be holding on to this like for my dear life? Or should
No,
I like...
or I mean, initially right now,
okay.
just so because you're still establishing your
Okay.
buoyancy, that's fine. But you can just grab it. Yeah, you don't have to grab it too tightly. What I'm gonna do right now
Go
is
back.
just a drill,
Okay.
and basically I'm gonna pull you, right? You're still gonna kick,
Okay.
okay? But when you turn to your side, I'm gonna give you a little more speed, so
Okay.
your feet get behind you. But what I want you to do is turn back over faster. Okay, so right when you get your breath and you get your full breath, turn back over on your stomach and kick again, and then try the other side.
Okay, next drill. Rotating my arms, using them as paddles, and breathing to the side.
And then the one thing you remember, or the two things, is always keeping that head down. Because as soon as you, we'll do this if you do it. We'll keep the head down, right? You pull past the body. Right when you turn that shoulder, breathe. And as that head goes back in is when the arm comes around, okay? Seems like a lot of steps,
Yeah.
but as you start doing it, okay? Start with the left arm, go around. And you don't have to breathe on both sides, okay? If you decide that breathing on your left is easier
even
for
when
now,
you're- okay,
yeah,
okay,
you could, but make sure you're turning.
Okay.
Keeping that head down, but turning that shoulder.
And now time to let go of the kickboard and go for it.
You went back to the basics. You went back to kicking, right? Constantly kicking, that's your engine. That's gonna get you moving forward. By kicking, you're actually by kicking you're allowing your hips to stay above water, okay? Are horizontal. Okay? So as soon as you stop and your hips drop, then swimming gets a little harder. Okay? Even though, you know, definitely.
I don't know. It's just like when I switched,
You can feel the
yeah, I was like going down, like
okay. So this last leg, okay? I want you alternating. So stroking consistently. Okay. Now it doesn't have to be super fast, right?
Okay.
So one at a time, boom, 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 but constantly kicking. Okay, and you don't have to breathe on both sides.
That just seemed not graceful at all.
Did you think you'd swim across the pool?
I didn't know what to expect. It's like, let's go do it. Not bad for my first lesson for anyone out there, because I know I'm not alone who doesn't know how to swim. Check out the Guahan Napu Facebook page or the Hagatni swimming pool. But for now, Andy leaves us with these basic safety tips.
Water safety in general, know your limitations, right? If you have any doubt, they call it, there's a saying, when in doubt, don't go out, right? So that right there will save a lot of heartache, right? Just from personal experience, what I've seen. And, you know, from children at a young age to, you know, adults, that's something that it doesn't take a lot to just pass that message along, you know, from kindergarten safety briefs, water safety briefs to university level students and adults. Just letting people know that, you know, we're surrounded by water. You know, a lot of people enjoy going to the beach, going to the pool, and accidents happen. So keep an eye on your children, keep an eye on each other, don't swim alone, things like that are good pieces of advice that I could share.
Thank you so much, Andy. Stay tuned, because up next on In the Mix, we are continuing to try new things on the show.